Hello everybody and welcome to Extinction, the super hyped game coming out tomorrow that some people seem to know about, some people don't. Basically this is like a action game where you're fighting these gigantic ogres that are destroying a city. It's kind of like Attack on Titan, a little bit like that, if you're familiar with that anime. Except you don't fly around all cool and shit like that. You just kind of swing your sword around and jump around. It's got... Alright, so initially when I started playing this game, I was very negative. I didn't think it was very good. I've kind of come around on it a little bit. Still don't think it's great. But we're going to take a look at it and... you can decide for yourself. So it gets broken up into, we got campaign and we got a couple of game modes here. So game modes, it's very much level based. Like you jump into a level and you complete challenges and things like that in order to get coins that you then use on upgrades. So there's going to be a daily challenge. I think some of them are live right now. I did try one when I first started playing it, so maybe we'll check that out at the end. Extinction, I believe this is just, you just play until you die. Yeah, kill as many enemies as you can. And then there's a skirmish, which probably allows you to set some parameters. Test your skills at random battleground and share your seed number. Alright, so I guess you just randomize and it gives you some preset criteria. It'd be kind of cool if you could like choose some of your own stuff, but it is what it is, I guess. And daily challenge. So today's daily challenge doesn't actually say what it is on this screen. Cool, I guess we'll just check that out in a little while. Campaign though, this is where probably you're gonna be spending most of your time. So it's broken up into these 7 chapters, and each chapter has a few missions underneath it. And each mission has these secondary goals. So you can get bonus medals on this quest or mission, whatever you want to call it. If I kill 6 jackals, which are the tiny little guys that run around, not the big ogres, rescue a rooftop civilian and complete the mission in under 5 minutes. That was the first mission. That was pretty easy. They call the monsters Reveni, R-E-V-N-I-I. It's Titans. No, this I don't think there's any multiplayer in this game at all. There's that leaderboard for the daily challenges, but other than that, I don't think there's any multiplayer. I think it's completely single player. I haven't seen any multiplayer yet, anyway. So it's basically score attack kind of gameplay here, where you jump into these missions and you try to get the best score that you can out of it. And then you can see down in the corner, I've got this SP points. I got 425 right now. You earn those to unlock these skills. I got quite a few of them. If we come over here on the second page, you can see I've got one more that I need to unlock. I don't even know what it is. And I'll talk a little bit more about these in a little while. But I'm going to jump into just chapter 2, first mission. So I gotta kill my primary objective is to rescue 18 civilians, and my second daily objective is to kill 25 jackals, complete mission under 5 minutes, and do not die, which I actually did that on the first time here. Customization, do you mean like character customization? No, it's all kind of, the story's kind of set. The main characters is who he is, and there really isn't much story. It's kind of just a thin veil to get you into these things. It's told through these kinds of back and forth with these little character images. That's me.
I can engage the enemy while your forces see to the safety of your people. We'll use signals in the watchtowers to guide refugees through the safest escape routes. Slowing the horde down while we move people out of their path will minimize casualties, while Zandra attempts to build a portal strong enough for us to escape the Reveni.
Avil, do you hear that? The alarm has been raised. The Reveni are attacking on multiple fronts.
Get your people to safety.
No, there's no branching path. It's literally just you go missions in order. It isn't even like a cohesive oh Jesus. Like it isn't just the missions don't just flow into each other. You literally have to go to that menu and select the next one.
You're enjoying yourself out there.
So yeah, it's kind of basic third-person action. I'm attacking with X on the Xbox controller. I can jump, double jump. There is this special attack where it kind of slows down time, and I slice in like that. That does a lot of damage, and is definitely what you want to be using most of the time. Hey Jay, what's up? We just started, so you're right on time. You see the little blue circles that are up in this tree. You can kind of bounce between them like this, and this would be really cool if like there were more of them, and I had really any idea. Oh shit! I gotta start killing. I must have triggered the attack. There were more. What am I doing here? If I had a better idea of where, like what.
People are dying of you. You cannot let this happen.
Sorry, I'm kind of screwing this up. There we go. I just let go of it. All right. Well, we'll save these guys then. Okay, so basically, the goal here is to obviously kill these little guys. These little guys are just more of a nuisance than anything. But then you go to these portal things and rescue these civilians.
Avil, you should rescue the civilians if you can.
And then that fills up my meter, my yellow meter down in the bottom there. And the goal there is to fill that up, and then that allows me to kill one of the bigger ogres. I'm not sure if there is one on this mission. The controls feel pretty good. Like I said before, this whole... Man, I'm really screwing this up. That's fine, I'm talking and playing at the same time. That'll happen. It'd be better if there was, if I felt like I had more control over my jumping around and sailing around. Like I said, you can grab onto these things, but there isn't enough of them to really keep you up in the air for very long, and you never really know where they're gonna send you because a lot of them are off screen when you identify them. Alright, so I failed. That's fine. We're gonna go to a different one anyway, where I can actually kill one of the monsters. Yeah, so Derek, you were asking about branching paths and stuff, and this is basically the campaign. You choose your chapter, you choose your mission, and each one is kind of like detached from the one before it. I've got about, I think I've played for about 3 or 4 hours so far, and this is as far as I've gotten. There was one, this one in particular, Royal Proposition, that was a real, like, stone wall for me. It just was like, it was where I was kind of like, this, I don't know about this game. But eventually I did beat it. The skills you unlock are very, very important to completing these missions, and as a result, the early part of the game can be real tough. Mainly because you need to fill that orange bar or yellow bar in order to even kill one of the large Reveni ogres.
An expedition of my
And
most valuable
that can
men
sometimes
has left
be
to retrieve the material Xandra
more difficult than it
requires for
probably
her
should be.
weapon.
That is heartening news.
The journey is not without significant risks. If the Reveni
It was
discover
just,
what we
it
are looking
seemed
for, if they even discover us in that vicinity,
unfair
our plans will be exposed.
in a way, but I kind of figured
I will draw
out
their attention away
what
from
I
the
was
mission.
supposed to be doing.
I know it puts you in great danger to do
So like I said, filling up
We
that
will lose the
orange
war
bar
if
is
you are not
really
successful.
the kind of
Is that
frustrating
thing
part
on
about the
made
game
of
right now,
gold?
for me anyway.
You should save me some as a souvenir.
It's just kind of like a... I don't know, it's hard to explain. The quickest way to fill up that bar is to save civilians, but there are only a certain amount of civilians on the map. You can also fill it up by killing these little guys, but it takes a lot longer. So what happens is, as you save civilians, there's obviously less civilians on the map. There's a finite amount of them. And as these gigantic monsters are attacking, they're also killing civilians, as well as those. See, I've got a red circle over here. That means there's some little guys attacking these civilians over here. If I don't save them quick enough,
You may be able to use your whip on areas of that gold armor to gain a height advantage on your opponent.
let me take these guys out real quick. I don't want to lose all these. I'm already losing a lot of them. So if you don't prioritize saving civilians, then you can't fill up your meter very quickly. So I only ended up saving one of them. Now there's another. I'm getting notifications on the side that more civilians are getting killed, and so it's like, what am I supposed to be doing here? Am I supposed to be prioritizing these things? I've got a percentage up in the corner that if that gets down to 0, I lose the mission, because that's how much damage the large ogre has been doing to the city. I mean, it just went down 10% in the time that I've been talking. Really, the only way that I see to quickly take out any of these enemies is to use that slowdown attack. And I say, I just, despite all of that, I still lost all of those civilians. Okay, so now my kill strike is ready. That meter is full, so I can actually go kill this thing, even though he's already destroyed like 60% of the city. And he's got this armor where I have to take out locks in order to knock the armor off, which is fine. It's not super hard, just a little tedious. So now I can cut his leg off. He's gonna fall down, and then I get to crawl up his back. Crawling up the back doesn't feel too great. It's definitely no Shadow of the Colossus or anything. He's gonna try to fucking stab me or smash me. Let's see.
I can use my rune strike on
Nope.
the locks.
Yeah, I know. You get constant messages like that. Oh, I can use my rune strike on the locks, and it's like, yeah, man, I know. Save the civilians. Yeah. Just let me handle my business, right? The locks are kind of annoying. Come on, where? Yeah,
I'll have
great.
to aim my rune strike carefully to hit those locks.
Thanks, dude. Alright,
Nice work. Keep going.
okay. So then when you can take off their head, it kind of goes into this automatic Like it kind of helps you out there.
Your skills give us
By
a
locking onto it.
considerable advantage. If we had more sentinels, even a handful, we could easily beat back the Reveni and reclaim our world.
I agree. An army of sentinels would win this war handily. But the time needed to develop these skills in others is a resource
Yeah,
we do not have.
there's
Already
the
struggling to defend
big guys
people's
can definitely
glory
take you out in
without
one
the
hit
added
if you're not
responsibility of a
careful.
student.
Like if that guy had, if I had let that guy
Someone
smash me
Sandra
on his
refers
back,
to as
he
the
would have killed
old
me in
man.
one hit.
Would he
And other
not
things
want
too,
you
like
to train your replacement as well?
they can swipe at you
The old man
even
took
if
his
you
wishes
cut
and
off their
his
leg
secrets to his
and you're
grave.
not
Better that
careful.
they stay there than to speculate on his desires.
Sometimes it just comes out of
Training
nowhere
to win
because
this
they're
war.
so big and the
I
camera
owe
angle
nothing
isn't
more.
pulled out enough, so
It sounds like you have a few
it's more of
secrets
like
your own
a
to reveal.
trial and error kind of thing. So like once you get smashed out of nowhere 3 times, you're like, okay, I guess I gotta look out for that now, and hope I dodge at the right time. Same thing with like the slap on the back, and the problem there that I'm having is I just don't really feel like I have good control over myself once I'm on their back. I'm just kind of like moving around hoping I'm getting into the right position. So that was actually an easy mission. That particular mission was designed to just teach you about the different kinds of armors on the ogres. Because that was the first time, I think that was the first one, the first mission that had gold dudes in gold armor, which required me to hit those locks. Most of them just have like, well, at least before that, had wooden armor. We'll just do this early mission real quick so you can get an idea of the different types of armors that these guys have, because that seems to be the big variety, is learning to deal with the different types of armors that the ogres have on them, and they'll have different combinations. So like sometimes they'll have gold armor on their legs that you can take the locks out,
Has King Euro made
but
contact
then
yet?
maybe they don't have armor on their
So
head,
far, nothing but
so
silence.
you can
you?
take
We will
advantage
need
of that and
alliances to win
skip the
this
leg
war.
armor entirely
The
and
most
jump onto the
expedient
head
way to
and
convince the
kill
king of
them
our
right
intent
away.
is to continue fighting for his people and defending his cities.
There are other
And when
armors
you
that
do
you
speak
can't
with the
even
king,
break at
may I
all,
suggest
so you have
employing
to
a
watch out for
morsel
that.
of diplomacy?
I will think on it, Sandra. Now,
That's
tell
about
me
all
about
the
enemy.
variations that
What is
I've
their
seen so
location?
far.
Last we spoke, they were on course for Petrol.
You've arrived just in time. The horde has
So
almost reached the city
back
limits.
to
Now
what I
go
think is the
and
real
show the people
issue
of
with this
Petrol
game,
how a
is
Reveni
that
dies.
meter down in the bottom that you need to fill up in order to kill the ogres. So a lot of my early problems with this game were alleviated with some of these upgrades that you get. Specifically this hasty portals, which allows you to rescue civilians faster. That's when I go up to those crystals and I like hold up my hand and they get teleported away. The faster you can do that, obviously the less hits that the little minion guys can get in before you kill them, before they kill the civilians. So that's a big thing. And then I just unlocked this. Oh no, I guess I haven't unlocked this yet. I thought I unlocked this last night. Oh, there's 3 levels to this. So rune energy never drops below 25%. Rune energy is that yellow bar. So you'll always at least start with 25%. I guess, well, this next level will be 25. I'm guessing the next one will be 30, and the one after that maybe 35, which is a big help. And there's other stuff too that was useful. This rune slowdown. That's when I do my slowdown attack and then fly in and kill them. It slows down even more, which is good, because you can get hit during that slowdown. It doesn't stop completely. Really, then there's like, there's health upgrades, stuff like that. I wish I liked the grapple whip more, but it's really just so random. So there are combos that you can do. Haven't really been diving too much into those. Obviously, basic combos, just spam X. Maybe that's where the game really starts to open up, is when you really start to get into the combos. Maybe I'll try some of those here. But like, you wouldn't, these were unlocked already when I started the game, so it's possible you may have even overlooked that there were combos, I suppose. Hold to launch. I say I did start launching jackals up into the air. Those are the little minion guys. So hold X and then X 3 times. Okay, let's try that.
Executing Reveni requires rune energy. Charge your rune energy by killing jackals and rescuing civilians.
I'm not really noticing that this is killing them any faster. Again, I think the fastest way, at least that I'm noticing, is to just use this slowdown strike. I mean, it kills these guys in one hit, and you can kind of spam it. I guess with those purple guys,
good to see my portals are holding up.
If they're a little bit stronger, the combos may help with them.
I am a spice trader, the richest in all of Delorum. Anything you want, my friend, I will make it yours.
I need you to simply send a message to your king. I gave him the means to contact me directly.
Yeah, so I mean, repetition, right? I guess that's kind of what we come down to here, whether or not this gameplay loop seems good for you. I can already tell that I'm probably gonna max out most of the upgrades pretty early on.
That civilian is safe now.
Like I don't think it's going to take me the entire game to get all the upgrades.
We use the watchtowers to keep an eye out for threats from the.
And I mean, even if I needed something that I wasn't able to get right away, I could go back and play another level and get more of those points and just kind of take advantage of the system that way.
Avil, get after that Reveni before he starts destroying the town.
Alright, where is this motherfucker? Here he is. Yeah, what else? So, I mean, walking up these buildings is kind of cool. You just kind of spam up them. Just keep pressing A.
Squishy little things, aren't they? Avil, you remember how this works?
Yep.
Hold your rune strike and aim at the Reveni's armor and limbs. Release rune strike to attack.
So this guy's. Alright, so he just stepped on me, killed me one shot. So it is possible to get killed in one shot. If you're not careful. Now we gotta climb all the way back up this. So yeah, this guy.
Valid rune strike targets will glow when you aim at them.
He's just got basic wooden armor, so I can easily
Great job, Avil.
smack it off.
Removing a Reveni. Once you have enough, now aim your rune strike just below the Reveni's knee to sever its leg.
So
now finish this. Climb to the base of.
If they do want you to keep like repeating
Now,
these
Avil,
missions over and
execute the
over again,
Reveni.
if that's kind of like the overall game, those tutorial messages, like that woman coming up and
Great work, Avil. That's
explaining
one
how
less Reveni
to
we have
do
to
this,
It's a drop in the
they
ocean.
don't stop
If we
after
don't
the first
begin
time you complete the
coordinating our
mission.
efforts with the Royal
They
Army,
just keep popping
we
up.
will soon be overrun by their
If you get
numbers.
stuck on a mission like I
When
did,
word of your bravery reaches the king,
it can
he
get
will
kind of
be
annoying when
compelled to
they
trust
just
you.
keep going through their dialogue
While we
cycle.
wait for the fool
Even
king to
though
gather
you
his
just
courage,
really need to get
You are
to
more right.
the end of the game, the end of the mission. So yeah, like some of these have multiple tiers. Like this has 9 tiers, so I guess it's conceivable that I would be grinding at that for a while to get full health. This is 3. This is 3. This also has 3. And then there's one down here that's locked. I don't know. Wall run. That's I think I could figure out what that is. I don't know. I can't think of a reason why that would be super useful, but maybe there's something later on that I don't know about. Let's check the daily challenge real quick. So it doesn't tell you what the daily challenge is until you jump into it. I haven't seen one of those guys yet. I don't know what they're about. They look mean. They look like they have some business to take care of. Protect the watchtowers for 9 minutes. Okay. So it's just going to be an onslaught of oh crap. Oh, so the other thing that I figured out, which ended up alleviating a lot of this, is that these armor pieces and severing limbs on these ogres, they fill that yellow meter, which ended up being kind of a big deal. Because I was like having a real problem trying to figure out, like, how are you supposed to fill this meter 4 times when all the civilians are pretty much depleted within the first few minutes of a match. And then I realized that you do get a little bit of rune meter or whatever by taking out the armor and severing limbs, stuff like that. Cause I don't. Whoa, this is a new guy. I haven't seen one of these before. Wow. Jeez. Oh, there's a dodge too. B's a little bit of a dodge. Nice. Start taking this guy out. What's going on here? Off with your head. Oh, another dude. I don't know. I mean, I was supposed to be doing this for 9 minutes, but there's no clock. So... Oh. He's gonna smash. Yep, he got me. I don't even know. It's kind of far away. Oh, man. So, like, I don't even know. What could I have done there? What did I do wrong? Like, just approach it differently? Different angle? Whoa. Ah. Oh, there's another one coming up. Great. We can get rid of a little bit. And then I got another one right behind him. Okay. Oh, I lost. They destroyed... Apparently they destroyed the city. Still looks like a lot of buildings to me. And I have no idea how long I even predicted it for. Okay, so that was the daily challenge. I'm ranked 30 out of the people that are playing. 30 out of... I guess I'm 30 and going for number 1. Alright, and like I said, the Extinction is, you know, kill as many enemies as you can until you die. And Skirmish is like a random generation thing. You can get a seed if you want to, but it doesn't look like you can. Let's click play. I probably won't. Yeah, it doesn't look like you can actually customize the parameters. So it's just kind of like randomly generates a scenario and throws you into it. And then you get your seed, and if you're like, yo, dude, I got this sick seed, check it out. Here's my seed, 35959232755. See if you can beat my seed score. You can do that. If you're into that sort of thing. But yeah, man, I guess repetition is the play of the game. I feel like the game plays well enough that you can definitely get some sort of satisfaction from just, you know, repeating these same kills over and over again. I don't think, at least not yet, that I've seen that there's enough variation in the enemies for me to be like, oh yeah, there's definitely something to look forward to. Definitely some real challenges in the future. Alright, we're gonna... And then there's on the front page downloadable content. There isn't any right now. Apparently Fallout 3's DLC. No, there's currently no DLC. I'm not sure like what there's going to be in terms of DLC. Personally, this game does not seem to be worth $60. They're charging full price for it. Coming out Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Feels like maybe a $30 game. No microtransactions that I can see, which is good. I mean, I could definitely see a game like this being full of stuff like that. So, good on them for that, I guess. But man, I just don't see the long term on this one. Like, I'm already, you know, 5 hours in or so, this far into the campaign, and I don't really feel like doing too much more. I can see the upgrades, like what's going on here, and none of it really feels like, oh, that's really gonna open up a lot. I feel like I've already unlocked the major things so far. They're really, at this point, it's really just things to make the game easier. Which, like I said, starting out, it can be kind of tough. Yeah. That's about it. That's all I got to say about this. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they have like big long-term plans for it or something that I'm not aware of. Right now it just seems like a little too shallow to recommend at the current asking price of $60 US. Anyway, thanks for checking it out with me. Stay tuned for more, and we'll see you next time.